He literally just gave up. Do I not just cause rage quits, but I put players into submission mid-game? What's up, guys? It's your boy Simon here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the best manager on this website coming to you guys with a brand new custom tactic that's going to get you the 91 depth without putting in the 91 depth. And as you can see from your screen, it is a 4-2-4 custom tactic, guys and girls. And I'm telling you now, it is so different from any other 4-2-4. You're going to like it and love it. But before we do that, subscribe if you like these custom tactics. Like this video. Thank you for all the support in the previous video. Can we get more than 20 likes on the channel? But before we go into the custom tactic, guys, let's get into some gameplay, because I'm going to break down how to use this custom tactic, how to defend, how to pass, how to attack. I'm not trying to spoon feed you, but there is a way to use this formation to get the best out of it so I can get you guys more dubs and more rage quits. Right. Let's see if we can get past this team. Now, we are coming up against a 4-2-1-3. No, we're going to keep it here. I'm going to switch, actually, see what happens. There we go. All right, now we can move. I get a nice little overload here. Nice, Mertens. And we get a nice overload. Mertens, close. All right, so that's what you want to try and do, is overload every area of the pitch. Again, as I said in all my videos, do not pull your centre-backs out, especially now that it's a 4-back, and especially now that the CM's pushing up just a little bit more. One thing about the 4-2-3-1, it definitely provides you with a lot of overload. So there's a lot of 2v1s, especially when you're using this formation here. Again, I create a nice little 2v1 in terms of defending. There we go. Right. I had to go a bit quiet there, guys. I apologize for that, because I think I'm just trying to figure out how to break this guy down. But yeah, key thing is, again, overloads, playing 1-2s, and don't be so obvious with the passing as well. Is he giving up? Is he giving up? He stopped moving for a minute. I'm going to power shot this at the back of the net then. He literally just gave up. Do I not just cause rage quits, but I put players into submission mid-game? Is that what this formation does? So there are weaknesses when it comes to this formation. That is, you got to be quite, I would say, you got to be very, very good defensively. A lot of my formations, a lot of my tactics I'm bringing out, I want you to be at this point quite good at defending. Again, it is a very counter-attacking formation, but at the same time, and I have to be quite good defensively as well. He's looking, so I'm not going to use. I'm going to push out my CMs, my centre backs, but I'm going to use my centre mids to cover the space. There we got a nice little goal kick. So that's just a key way of how to defend when someone's looking for a gap. Just use your centre mids and try cut out his passing options. Yeah, don't try and guess where he's going all the time, but cut out the passing options so you're actually making a decision for him, and then just wait for him to mess up, and then boom, you're through. Nice. Oh, he's got Gabriel. Alright, see if I can get this. Oh. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Oh, got it. Oh, snap. Oh, got it. There we go. Now, again, the press. And ladies and gentlemen, another rage quit. Yeah, it takes a while. Again, I'm going to say this because I know a lot of you lot leave your comments in my videos. Practice with this. Do not lock in my tactics, and do not lock it in and start go into a game straight away. Practice with it first, understand the patterns, and pay attention to the way I've defended, all right? Because it's so important that you defend the right way, and don't think this tactic's so good I don't have to do anything. You still have a job to do, but I've set you up nicely to give you the best possible chance, all right? Right, so these are my settings that I'm using to help me defend a little bit better. Everything seems to be like everything what you guys do, all right? I use animation start. So in terms of all the passing, semi, assisted, that's all, we've all got the same one. One thing I've done is different is animation start. I heard someone say when I was watching a video that they use animation start when there's delay. The pass receiver will receive the ball. The animation locks in earlier when they're receiving the ball. I use this. It works. I haven't changed it. If it's not broken, don't change it. Everything's the same. Pass, precision pass, sensitivity normal. Clearance is directional. I've gone advanced defending. Everything seems the same. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more different. I've gone with right stick switching. This is where you defend, right? I've gone with ball relative. So when I'm switching right stick, I'm switching depending on where the ball is. Okay? So whether how hard, remember if you push down the right stick hard, where it locks into will be the player furthest away. If it's a little touch, then it will go to someone closer. So it's depending on where the ball is, not the player. So the ball is my focal point. The sensitivity, I've left it on balance, which is 50. This is where I've gone different. Next player switching, which is, for me, is left trigger. I've gone with closest to the ball, all right? So when I'm switching, next player switching, I want to go to the player. I want to select the player that is closer to the ball, all right? Because I might want to AI defend, or I might want to manually do it. If I'm emergency defending, I'll quickly push this very quickly, and then I can manually defend. It works. It's taken a lot of practice. It's taken a lot of practice, all right? But I've got the hang of it, and I can defend so much better. As you can see from the gameplay, I have defended so much better. Okay, so let's get to the custom tactic, all right? I would say this formation, if you're like 1-0 down, for example, and you're not getting anything out of the game, and you're using like a 4-2-4, or maybe a 4-4-1-1 or 4-2-3-1. You want something a little bit more, something that's giving you a bit of a press. This is the formation for you, okay? It really, really does help. Again, I do encourage you guys to adjust a few things to suit your playstyle, because your playstyle might be different from mine. So I know a few people in my previous video left comments saying, can I change this? And I said, yeah, fine. If it suits your playstyle, make 1 or 2 changes, but don't have a complete overhaul, because it's not going to help. So goalkeeper, sweeper keeper, just for my preference. For me, they do both the same thing, if I'm honest with you, but sweeper keeper. Your centre backs have them on defender and defend. I've got another 5-back coming, and I'm gonna be dropping a new variation of these defender roles. A lot of people, I've been getting a lot of hate regarding my 5-back tactics, so therefore I've decided to drop some more, because you can't stop me. And it's my channel. I do what I want, and there are people, a lot more people that actually do like using 5-backs. So I'm gonna do more. So the more hate I get for using 5-backs, for creating 5-backs, the more I do. Your defenders, your fullbacks are gonna be a fullback and defend. Prioritize plus roles. I need to upgrade my wingbacks, my fullbacks. They definitely need upgrading. I think I've got different players I can use in all other areas, but I haven't got very good fullbacks. Da Costa, and I've got, is it not Klaus? I can't remember his name now. Kenny Lala, right? But my left back, I do need more. I need better left backs. But try and get plus roles in your defenders. It's just in terms of how they animate, how they move, where they position themselves. It is better when it says plus next to it. It's just the way the mechanics of the game works. Now, your midfielders. This is where I say this all the time. The midfield is where you win and lose the game. This is so very important that you get this right and you defend the correct way. As you've seen in the gameplay examples, you got to defend the right way. Your 2 centre mids are going to be on deep line playmaker and build up. Now, the reason why I've gone with deep line playmaker and build up and not box to box, as you can see from here example, the box to box, they tend to push up a little bit more next to the striker. If I lose the ball and I'm playing against a 4-2-1-3, for example, it's going to kill. I'm going to struggle getting players to come back and cover. As I said, shown in my videos, I like to create nice little 2v1 when I'm defending or 2v1 when I'm attacking. I like to overload in those areas. Box to box is good. Don't get me wrong. It's really good, right? But it just leaves you very much susceptible on the counter attack. So I've gone with deep line playmaker and build up because they do get forward, but not as much. They want to operate in that center mid role, but they can support the attack when the opportunity presents itself. All right. Also, make sure both of your center mids have passing play styles. All right. Ping pass, incisive pass has to be the play style that your midfielders have, because it's so important that you have good passing play styles, because it's really key. All right, it really works out really well when you, especially when you're threading through balls. Okay, it is so important. I cannot stress it any more than that. Now, your wingers have one of your wingers that you can do a speed boost with. I've just started practicing speed boosting, right, and it really works. A lot of players know how to defend it, but just try and use it. Have that in your locker, because with Doué, it works wonders. All right, so I have Doué on inside forward and balance, not attacking, because when it's attacking, he's just too far forward and he's too separated from my midfield and defense. I like to create 1-2s, again 2v1. So have both of your centre mids, your wide midfielders, or your wingers, excuse me, on inside forward and balance. Now, this is where I get different. This is where I get creative. This is where I like to be a little bit different. And this is where I like to bait my opponents. A lot of people use advanced forward, excuse me. I've gone with false 9. So what that means on both of them, what that means is they kind of drop off. Okay, they drop off away from the centre back, and it causes your opponent to come out and get your striker, and it creates a nice little gap in behind their defense. You create nice little 1-2s. That's why I'm trying to keep them all close together, right? So that it baits your opponent to come out and press, because a lot of people like to press very aggressively. I want to encourage you to press aggressively, because I'm going to aggressively exploit the space you've just given me. And that's what the false 9 does, all right? I know I said prioritize plus rolls if you can. I like using Stansfield because it just gives me a little bit different, because Mertens is very agile. Stansfield is more stocky, and he's quite quick as well. Plus, I hit a beautiful finesse with him the other day, and I just want to keep doing it. So I like using the card, but prioritize plus rolls in every area. And if you can do better than me with your plus rolls, you're going to love this formation. Prioritize plus rolls, and as well, practice before you lock it in and go into champs and rivals. Just like any footballer, practice before they play a big match. You practice with this formation in friendlies before you go into rivals or before you go into champs. Now, as for your tactics, your build-up style is going to be balanced, and your defensive line is going to be on 71. All right. Again, it does give you the high press, not as aggressive as a 91, but it does give you the high press. As you can see from the example, it gives you the high press. It allows you to press the defense and win the ball high up the pitch. Again, you can lock it in very early, or if you feel like you're 1-0 down, you need to get something going forward, you want to be more aggressive, and you want to be more creative, and you want to bait your opponent into doing certain things, and you don't want them to know what you're doing. Lock this in, get those dubs, and get those rage quits. And there is the code, guys, at the top of the screen, guys. Pause it, lock in the code, get those dubs. Let me know as well how you're liking this custom tactic, what you think could do better, and also as well, let me know what formation you want me to create next in the next video. I'm dropping another 5-back. I do draw energy from the people who love using the 5-backs, and I will do some more for you guys to help you get those dubs and get those rage quits. So from the best manager on this website, I'll see you at the next upload. Peace.